السلام عليكم اخوتي ومرحبا بكم في فيديو جديد. بدون مقدمات، بدون حتى شي حاجه كما العاده، ديروا جيم، تابوناو باش ديما يوصلكم الجديد وباش تدعموني وتشجعوني انني ندير فيديوهات اكثر. نبداو الفيديو ديال اليوم على بركه الله.
If there is no objective morality, life becomes absurd, which is why what I was trying to demonstrate to you is that you eating your baby your breakfast.
الا ما كانش كاينه اخلاق موضوعيه فراه كتنوض الروينه وكتنوض الفوضى، حيت كل واحد كيولي يقول ها الصح ها الغلط، الاخر كيقول ها الصح ها الغلط، وكتولي الفوضى وكتولي هذا الشيء كامل غيؤدي للدمار ديال البشريه. باش البشريه تكمل ضروري خصنا نتفقوا على واحد الحاجه، ضروري خص يكون واحد القانون اللي كيحدد شنو الغلط وشنو صحيح، وداك القانون خص كل شيء يتفق عليه وخصو يكون خارج على هذا العالم افق من اي واحد. يعني هادشي باش يكون موضوعي. اما الا كان نابع من هذا العالم او نابع من شي شخص او اشخاص معينين فكيكون هذاك الشيء سوبجيكتيف، يعني تيكون شخصي، واي واحد عنده الحق في انه ينتقده ويقول علاش داك الشيء صحيح وعلاش داك الشيء ما صحيحش، وكل واحد يقول عنده الراي ديالو. ماشي بحال الا اتفقنا كاملين على انه كاين خالق. هو يعني حنا خلقنا شي واحد، شكون غيعرفنا اكثر؟ واش حنا غنعرفوا راسنا ولا اللي خلقنا غيكون عارف علينا اكثر من اللي حنا عارفينه على راسنا؟ الجواب العقلاني هو هذاك اللي خلقنا غيكون عارف علينا اكثر من اللي حنا عارفينه على راسنا. يعني الا قال لنا هذاك الخالق واحد الحاجه مزيانه فراها مزيانه خصنا نتبعوها، ولا قال لنا داك الخالق راه ديك الحاجه غلطه، يعني راه ديك الحاجه غلطه راه ما خصناش نتبعوها. ماشي بالضروره نفهموا كل شيء علاش هذا الشيء غلط وعلاش هذا الشيء مزيان. خصنا نتبعوا الاوامر ديال الخالق ونقولوا سمعنا واطعنا ومن بعد نقدو نسولوا نقدو نبحثوا علاش هذا الشيء غلط وعلاش ما خصناش نديروه، ها شنو التاثير ديالو طن وعلاش هذا الشيء مزيان وعلاش خصنا نديروه، ها شنو التاثير ديالو طن ونقدو نشرحوا هذا الشيء ونقدو نفهموا اكثر ونقدو نمشيو اكثر. اما اي حاجه جايه من عند الخالق وتثبتات على انها جايه من عند الخالق فما فيهاش نقاش، تخصها تطبق كما هي، سينو كتنوض الفوضى. وهذا الشيء اللي كنشوفوا دابا، هذا الشيء اللي كنشوفوا سيرتو في المجتمعات الاسلاميه. مازال هذه المجتمعات الغربيه فراهم ما عندهمش دين تقريبا، خلينا نقولوا هما دول مسيحيه ولكن راه ما كيتبعوش المسيحيه، يعني ما عندهمش دين. يعني داك الشيء علاش المجتمع ديالهم عايش في فوضى قداش اللي كنقولها وكنعاودها. هذه الفوضى ديالهم غادي تؤدي بهم للانهيار ديال الحضاره ديالهم.
You have an intercourse with your own mother, it becomes a normal thing because there is no right or wrong, right? And that's the problem today with liberalism and the Western society.
هذا الشيء اللي كنت كندوي عليه.
Things have changed. Like if you go back 50 years ago or 80 years ago, right? Things which were right or wrong completely changed today because of this idea that there is no really right or wrong. So I can do whatever I want to do to whoever I want to do. But what we say as Muslims, it has to be objective morality. It doesn't come from my opinion because I can be wrong and you can be right, you can be right, I can be wrong. It doesn't come from us who are limited human beings. We say it has to come from the source of goodness, the one who created us. If I made this bottle, wouldn't you agree that I would know about this bottle more than any other human being? Because I made it, right?
هادشي اللي حاولت نشرح لكم دابا.
So we say if the creator created us, he would know more than anyone what is good and beneficial for us and what is bad and what is harmful for us. That's why when you create something, you give a manual, and within that manual you say, okay, don't do this or do that to preserve that thing or to do good to it, right? So we say the Quran is equivalent to that manual that you give when you create something.
How do you say?
Quran. There is a Arabic letter that will be hard to say, which is qaf. Quran. It will be hard to say because you don't have it in English.
I am not English.
Yes.
Like English.
You're Spanish? Where are you from? Italian? Greek. Okay. Sure. So even in Greek you don't have that letter as well.
You have like 4 X's.
Okay. Okay. Kha is different than qaf. So in Arabic it's very, Arabic is a very exotic language, right? There is a lot of, I would say letters that they don't exist in other languages, That would be very unique.
Greek as well.
Greek is a very interesting language.
Yeah, that was a great conversation.
Yes, so give the Quran a read. Give the Quran, I'll let you guys go, no problem. Give it a read and understand that we believe in one creator. Yeah, no problem. That we believe in one creator that created us. That creator is the one who gives us purpose. Because it makes sense when you create something, you give it a purpose. And within the Quran, there is the good what to do, which is good and bad, what to avoid, and this life is a test. Whether you will do the good and avoid the evil, or be like Satan and do the evil that the Creator told you not to do, right? It's as simple as that. It's a very basic idea. So read the Quran. If you have any questions, please come back.
You have to trust that God knows it all.
It's not trust. It's looking at the universe is evidence for that. When I see a universe that is full of power and full of intelligence, you need to be something beyond comprehension to create the universe. So I know that the Creator is like that. It's not just that I trust Him.
That a God created everything, every living creature. It makes sense that He would
Knows.
know everything.
Absolutely. If we are very, very small within this universe, we're nothing. In comparison to this vast, magnificent universe that has laws and planets and stars and galaxies, whatever created that would know what is best for me without a doubt, right? So it's not a faith, it's a reality, we would say. We know that the Creator knows better than us.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but it's so difficult because we were made many years ago, kind of being like animals. Now,
How do you know that?
science.
Where does science have consensus upon this idea? We're talking about evolution, theory of evolution, right? Now, theory of evolution is not something that is agreed upon by every scientist on Earth. There's a group of scientists that are called creationists, right?
المشكلة اللي وقع هما أنهم كيسوقوا لنظرية التطور على أنها حقيقة علمية، ولكن في الحقيقة أنها هي ماشي حقيقة علمية بل نظرية علمية. يعني كاين بزاف ديال الأدلة اللي كتثبتها، ولكن عندها مشاكل كثيرة حتى هي بالمقارنة اللي كتمشي كتناقض ديك النظرية. يعني عندها مشاكل ديالها، يعني واحد النظرية اللي عندها واحد الصحة، ولكن تابعه مع مشاكل. داكشي علاش كاين اختلافات في الاخر في المجتمع العلمي. يعني العلماء كاين بعض الاختلافات، وكاين حتى بعض الاختلافات حول زعما التطور كيفاش وقع، والحلقات اللي ما بين مثلا كل نوع. المهم فيها بزاف ديال الاختلافات وفيها بزاف ديال المشاكل، وهي ماشي حقيقة علمية. يعني المشكلة هو ان كاين بزاف ديال بنادم كيرفض الدين بسبب التطور، تيقول لك لا حنا تطورنا والعلم تثبت هذا الشيء. الا كان الدين كيقول حنا ما تطورناش، فاذا راه الدين غلط وانا ما كنامنش بداك الشيء، ولكن هذا مشكل. وبالنسبه حتى للمسلمين كيقولوا لا التطور غلط 100%، واللي تيقول بالتطور فانه راه كافر الى اخره. فحتى هنا كاين مشكل. الله سبحانه وتعالى كيقول في القرآن، هذه القضيه اللي قريتها غير الصباح، ولكن ما عقلتش على الآية بالضبط، يعني نقدر ما نقولهاش هي هذيك، ولكن المعنى غادي يوصل. وقل سيروا في الأرض فانظر كيف بدأ الخلق. مهم هاد الشيء، هاد الآية بين قوسين، يعني راه ما عرفتش واش هي هذيك صحيحة عقلت عليها أو لا، ولكن المعنى اللي هو الله سبحانه وتعالى كيأمرنا باش أننا نمشيو نقلبوا ونبحثوا ونشوفوا كيفاش الخلق ديالنا تم، يعني عن طريق العلم. وهذا الشيء اللي كيدعو عليه القرآن ديما كيقول لك قلب وقرا وخدم عقلك، هذا الشيء اللي تيقول لك القرآن.
Harmonize between religion and evolution. And there's a group of people who are hard materialistics who believe in the theory of evolution. So us as humans, we don't believe that man evolved from
المهم الا كنتي مازال مطول معايا ومازال كتفرج، خلي ابوني وخلي جام، ما غاديش تاخذ لك من الوقت حتى ثانيه، وتعاوننا بها ونستافدوا كاملين.
a common ancestry with monkey and he was a fish and he started. We don't believe that. In fact, I would say to believe in that is just like believing in a fairy tale. But for example, let me ask you this: how did the first creation or the first entity or the first cell come?
يعني هذا مشكل ما بين المشاكل ديال التطور ديال الناس ديال الملحدين اللي كيقول لك حنا عندنا التطور، حنا ما محتاجينش الدين. هذا الشيء غلط. فالتطور اصلا تيقول لك الحياه بدات من خليه، فغنقولوا شكون اللي خلق ديك الخليه، منين جات ديك الخليه اصلا، فهمتيني؟ فهنا النظريه ديال التطور كتحبس، كتقول لك حكا تكونوا بزاف ديال العناصر الكيميائيه وداك الشيء، وتكونوا مع بعضياتهم تحت واحد الظروف معينه، وداك الشيء هما اللي عطاو ديك الخليه، وديك الخليه بدات تتطور. غنبداو راجعين منين جات ديك الخليه، منين جا داك الشيء، ما غاديش نساليو. ولا ما ساليناش ديك الخليه اصلا ما يمكنش تكون موجوده. يعني هذا اصلا مشكل، اول مشكل كيواجهوه الملحدين اللي كيقول لك باننا عندنا التطور، حنا ما محتاجينش للدين.
come into existence, according to evolution even. It's called abiogenesis.
Yeah, if you go back this way, no
How
one
did
knows.
we have the first?
No one knows.
That's the point. No, but they believe there was a thunder that hit the sea and billions of years, started becoming a cell all of a sudden, and that cell started multiplying and then becoming a fish. That is so ridiculous to believe, I would say. If you compare with
المشكله هادشي كامل فهي مجرد افتراضات، فراه هادشي كامل ما عندها حتى شي دليل. علاش؟ باش يكون عندك دليل فخصك انت تكون اصلا قادر باش انك تصنع خليه، وباش انك يعني دير تجربه، وباش انك تشوف ديك الخليه كتطور وكتولي وكتولي وكتولي. المشكله هاد الهضره كامله غير افتراضات ما عندها حتى شي دليل. بالعكس عندنا واحد المجموعه ديال الداتا، واحد المجموعه ديال المعلومات، كيجي واحد كيبغي يسلط على ديك المعلومات واحد لانتربريتاسيون، وتيقول لك باللي هادشي اللي وقع، وديك لانتربريتاسيون كتولي تخاد كانها دين، وهادشي اللي غلط. بالعكس المعلومات ها هي ولكن تقدر تانتربريتا بزاف ديال المناظير، ديال المنظورات، ديال فهمتوني اش بغيت نقول.
any other kind of worldview. It would be very ridiculous to believe that, right? But still people believe it because just someone called, as you said, it's called the scientist told them about it. We, as Muslims, are very skeptical. We would look at the evidences, right? We would try to see whether something is true or false based on its evidences, not based on what people tell us. Does that make sense?
The book is written by people.
Which book?
All the books are written.
No, there's a difference between writing something and it being authored by the creator. So we're talking about authorship. I can write something that a genius told me about. Do you agree?
Yeah.
That does not take away from the fact that this work is genius, because the one who told me to write is the genius, right? So we're talking about the authorship. The book is authored by the creator, so it's irrelevant whether it's written by the creator or not.
That wrote the Quran were instructed by God.
The people who wrote the Quran were instructed by the Prophet who told them exactly the words of the creator.
Which one was that prophet?
We believe Prophet Muhammad is the last and final messenger.
Yes.
But we also believe in the other prophets. So we believe in Jesus, Moses, Noah, and Abraham. But we believe Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the last one in the line of these messengers. Peace be upon them all, right?
It's
But
not communication with the creator.
yeah, so the creator sent Angel Gabriel who told Prophet Muhammad exactly the word. Prophet Muhammad even communicated with the creator directly as well.
Yes.
That's hard to digest as
That's why we try to take things step by step. First, we have the step that whether there is a creator or not, that it's rational there is a creator. Second step is that we investigate the scripture, and if there's objective evidence that it is from the creator, then based on that objective evidence, we would believe whether Prophet Muhammad did that or not. So if Prophet Muhammad came and he gave me evidence that he's a messenger of God, if I believe he's a messenger of God, that's more greater than just believing whether he spoke to God or not. Do you agree what I'm trying to say, right? So we say that Prophet Muhammad and the Quran has so much evidence that would demonstrate that this is from God, that is objective. Like for example, Prophet Muhammad spoke about the future that we're living in today. And he spoke about it 1,400 years before. And nothing that he said did not happen. So if he said X will happen, X will happen, right? For example, Prophet Muhammad said you will see the barefoot Bedouin Arabs competing. The Bedouin Arabs, Bedouins are Arabs who live in the desert. He said you will see the barefoot Bedouin Arabs competing in building the tallest buildings. What is the tallest building in the world today?
Dubai.
Burj Khalifa in Dubai. So he said the Bedouin Arabs, you know Dubai was a desert 50 years ago. Why did it change? Discovered oil. The money came from oil, right? Prophet Muhammad said the earth will puke its treasures and money will become abundant within you. So he didn't only say that those Bedouin Arabs would be competing in building the tallest buildings in the world. He said the reason why they would be doing it. Prophet Muhammad named the countries that Islam will enter. And when he was naming these countries, he was being attacked by people in his society. He didn't know if he's going to live tomorrow or not. And he was saying, look, Islam will enter into what we call today Yemen, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, Constantinople, Turkey, India, Pakistan. He said you will overcome the Roman and Persian Empire. Can you imagine few Arabs with no techniques, with nothing, overcoming the Roman and Persian Empire? And this is what happened. Muslims defeated the Roman and Persian Empire. In fact, one of the military leaders of the Muslims, Khalid ibn al-Walid, defeated the army that both the Roman and Persian Empire came together to fight the Muslims and they lost. Can you imagine the two biggest empires in the world losing against Muslims, right? So Prophet Muhammad made so many predictions. For example, the Prophet spoke about the deserts of Arabia. He said you will see the deserts of Arabia becoming green again. Which means he's saying two things, that they were green in the past, which is what Nature magazine is saying, and they will be green in the future.
هادشي اللي قرينا في في لا جيولوجي يعني في ليستوار د لا تيغ انه كاع ديك الصحراء كامله كانت في واحد الوقت غابه، وباقي لحد الان دابا كاين تحت منها يعني مياه جوفيه كثيره، وتقريبا ما عقلتش حتى هادشي كان سنين دابا باش قريناه. واش المده هي 30,000 عام، ولكن اللي بقى في بالي هو 30,000 عام، واش 30,000 عام 45,000 عام، يعني فين كيوقع هاد التغيرات المناخيه تتولي غابه، ومن بعد كتولي عاوتاني صحراء، وغتولي غابه وكتولي صحراء، يعني عندها واحد لو سيكل. يعني انا اصلا داك النهار فاش قرينا هاد الشيء وهذا الحديث ديجا كان عندي عليه معلومه، يعني كنت عارفه، يعني بقيت نقول غير سبحان الله العظيم. وصراحه ما حدي كنزيد نقرا انا في هذا العلم هذا وما كنلقى حتى شي حاجه باش نوصف داكشي اللي كنقرا وداكشي اللي كنلقاو من غير انني نقول سبحان الله العظيم.
future, which is what's happening today, according to NASA. So how would Prophet Muhammad know what's happened?
In the infinity of the future, every possibility is going to.
But he's talking about the past and the future both.
Yeah, we have to go.
Yeah, I'll let you go. I'm sorry. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. It was nice talking to you. And read the Quran.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, read the Quran. If you have any questions, please come back, you know. Nice talking to you. Sorry to take too much of your time. No, it's okay. There's no problem. There's no problem. See you guys. See you guys. Thank you.
المهم اخوتي الفيديو ديال اليوم كان هو هذا، ما تنساوش ابوني وجيم وديروا بارطاجيو الفيديو، ونشوفوا في نهار اخر ان شاء الله. تهلاو.